hello folks. I'm just setting up my little environment here for you. Get my candles going, and then we'll dive into this week's video. So this week we're going to talk about toy photography in the woods. Taking action figures and taking pictures of them. So it's a little bit of a departure from my normal videos about, indie film, movie making, location sound, and such. So, I just can't get this candle lit here, can I? Oh well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So why did I start doing this? Well, during the pandemic, kind of wanted to get out in nature, get away from things, kind of relax a little bit. And I decided to take some of my friends here, these dinosaurs, into the woods with my action figures. And so today we're going to go over 4 rules or guidelines on how to shoot really good toy photography. So the first one is have fun. And the second one is put some action into your figure poses. So, if you have a static figure, not doing much, against maybe some cool scenery like you see there, that's kind of interesting, but it really helps if you put them into a running pose or, a shooting pose, or, put a little toy gun in their hand or something, make them do something. So let's take a first look at our first scene here, and I'll be back in a few.
All right, so here you can see I'm under the bridge and I'm posing my figure for action. Now, oftentimes a lot of figures that are not very well articulated will be sort of preset into a nice pose, but sometimes they won't, especially with, this Obi-Wan here. He wasn't very articulated, but you can set them into a pose, make them look like they're doing something, set the scene with, here I have dinosaurs, and point and shoot. And you'll always be happier with your shots if you hold your phone landscape like that. So you get the cinematic widescreen look and just point and shoot.
Well, that was fun. I don't mind telling you though, it was a bit cramped under that bridge. So let's move on to the second rule, which is setting the stage. Set a cool stage for your figures, maybe have them running away from something like you see here. So let's hop back in and take another look.
So here I am again under the bridge. This time I set up a chase scene. I'm also using a small tripod and a phone holder on my phone, and also a couple lights from Harbor Freight. I will link all these down in the descriptions. Lighting is a great way to add some extra cinematic value to your shots. Obviously, if you're under a bridge or in a dark space, it really helps to illuminate things. And carrying rule 1 forward as well, as you can see, I have the figures posed to look like they're running, and I think it came off reasonably well.
So let's move on out from under the bridge and go to this really cool scene and go to the third rule or guideline, which is depth of field, which is basically that blurred background that you get in so many photos like you see there, where you got your professional background where it's blurred, and it really ups your photos, specifically with toy photography, to the next level. So let's head out to this scene where I shot this really cool rock formation with blurred background. Let's check it out.
So in this episode, we're just using a phone, obviously. Now the Android phones have a portrait mode, can I say that? That allows you to focus on a certain area of the screen and then click and shoot. You can see focus on the screen, and that will focus on a point on the screen with your finger. That will allow that part to be in focus. The rest of the screen, as you can see, blurs out. So that's what the Android phones can do. I'm not sure about the iPhones. Let me know in the description if you have an iPhone and have found a way to blur the background. But you can get this really nice effect in portrait mode with your mobile phone. You just press your finger on the screen where you want to focus. The rest of the screen blurs when you shoot, and there you go.
All right, one more rule, fourth and final. Let's use scenery to our advantage. So, you have rocks, rivers, water, grass, trees, ditches, anything out in the environment, use it to your advantage. So I set up this really cool scene. It's kind of a bridge over troubled water, which is a great song, by the way.
This last scene really takes all the elements and rules we've talked about. Rule 1, figures posed in action. Rule 2, staging a scene to look like something is happening. Here the tank is crossing a bridge, and dinosaurs have other plans in mind, though, to foil these military actions. And then rule 3, the blurred background. And finally, rule 4, really using nature, the streams and the rocks to bring it all together. And most of all, just have fun doing this toy photography.
Well, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. You know, one of those scuba divers sacrificed their lives to get those shots. But don't worry, he was only plastic. All right, folks, well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. I hope you liked what I did here. It was a departure from the indie film sound, location sound type, educational type thing. But I hope you enjoyed it. You know, let me know in the comments below what you think, like, dislike, didn't like, what you want to see next. Comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And in the meantime, please listen often, speak kindly, and Godspeed.